Welcome back to another video, guys, of Bay Area Angling. I'm out at Lafayette Reservoir again. Gonna do some bass fishing. It's about 7 in the morning. But I also want to do a little review. I just got a Garmin 4-stroke fish finder, or it's called the Striker 4. Got it for $100 off of Amazon, and it's working great so far. I'm marking some fish down there. You guys can see 30 feet, 68 degrees for the water temp. Finally, I got some electronics out here. It's gonna help a lot. I'm marking some fish. So far, it's a great fish finder for $100. I read a lot of reviews, and it was the best one. I'm starting off, I'm gonna throw some top water. You know, I got the usual setups: a drop shot, a punch rig, frog. I got a S-waver on, River to Sea 168 S-waver. I got a deep crankbait, a fluke, and a swim jig. All right, guys, catch you guys at the first spot. First fish of the day, guys, on right now on the swim jig. Hammered that swim jig. First fish. Just on that KVD swim jig. And I got a beaver as a trailer. Just a little KVD swim jig, swimming it past a little weed mat. I don't even think it's a keeper, but to start, got that on my 7-foot medium action bulletproof rod, and then 1/4 ounce swim jig. Just running it by this patch of weeds. That guy hammered it. Got one more bite before that on the swim jig. I know I can catch him on a drop shot, but I want to stick away from that to start. See if I can get him on a moving bait. Ooh, got one right here, guys. Big one, big one. Oh my God, he hammered it, hammered it. Oh my God, that's a big one. Right here, he hammered the swim jig. Oh, I gotta get this guy, I gotta get this guy. Oh my God, yes! Hammered the swim jig. Let's go. God, it's like a 3.5 pounder. Just hammered the swim jig right here. Woo! God, this guy hammered it out of nowhere. Ooh, that's a good one. That's like 3.5, 4 pounds. See that, guys? Biggin on the swim jig. Got hammered it right here off this patch of weeds. Whoo, that guy is a fatty. Get that swim jig out. I'm gonna get a quick picture actually first with the swim jig in there. Guy's a fatty. He hammered it. Absolutely hammered that swim jig. One there, one there. Got some good pictures. Let me get that swim jig out. Ooh, he was not coming unhooked. He got it good. Big girl. I'm gonna get a quick weight on her, see what she weighs, and get her back. It's at least probably 19 inches. Fatty. Scale zeroed out. Got her on the edge of the gill plate. Alright, let's hope she doesn't flop off. 3.37 it said. Let me tear that. Let's get it one more time. Oh, it's not getting a good reading. She just wants to shake off. 3.39, about a 3.5 pounder. One more good look at her. Let's go for the release on this girl. Get her on this side of the boat. Fatty. Big one, guys. Second fish of the day. Both have been on the swim jig. Let's get out of these toolies. That guy hammered the swim jig. Let me just give you a better look at it. It's a Strike King KVD swim jig, 1/4 ounce. And then it has a little beaver on the back of it. Just kicks through the water. Got that on my 7-foot medium action rod. Shimano Casitas reel, 40-pound braid. All right, I'll get back to you guys with another fish. Got one, guys. First one on the drop shot. Decided to come on out here. I'm about 20 feet of water. Decided to throw the drop shot around a little bit. Feels like a little guy. Actually, he's not that bad. It's decent. Fighting pretty hard. You know, we're not marking too much right here, but still not a bad one. Not a bad fish. Maybe a little keeper on that drop shot. Third fish of the day. Just a little guy. First fish on the drop shot. We're out in 20 feet of water. Ooh, a big fish just jumped over there. 20 feet of water. Not marking too much out here, but we're gonna see if we can pull some drop shot fish out. Got one on the drop shot, guys. Finally. I hadn't gotten a bite in like 2 hours. Punched through a Senko and everything, didn't get anything. Finally got one on a drop shot. It has been super slow this morning. Only gotten 3 fish in the boat. Finally. Little fat guy too. Just a small one, but still, it's a fish. Just a little guy on the drop shot. Number 4 for the day. Bite's been super tough. I've kind of switched to drop shotting now. Maybe I'll get a couple like that. That's the 4th fish of the day. See if we can get some more. Got one on the swim jig, guys. Finally, another fish. Hammered it too. Oh, it's not a bad one. On that swim jig. Seems like that's the bait today. It's the only thing I'm really being able to get bit on. I barely got it hooked. Just in the side of the mouth. On that swim jig. Finally, another fish. Hadn't got one in another hour or so. Bite slowed down a lot. Alright, it's like the 4th or 5th fish of the day. So far, that's 3 fish on the swim jig, and then just 2 drop shotting. A little 1/4 ounce KVD swim jig. Got a little orange on the bottom, a little bit of purple, green pumpkin, a little bit of blue. Perfect little bluegill imitator. And in the fall, those fish start to move up, start to feed a lot more, or start hitting the swim jig a lot more too. All right, guys, little midday update. Heading back to the boat dock, gonna try to fish around there. The bite's been really tough today. Only been able to pull out 5 or 6 fish, 3 on a swim jig, 2 drop shotting, and the biggest was about 3.5 pounds. That was a nice one though. Yeah, the bite's been slow. I've tried drop shotting, punching. I mean, I've thrown the swim jig a lot over a bunch of grass. I mean, I don't know, it's just that kind of in between, like the fall transition, that the bite's really tough. Water temperature is at exactly 70 degrees. I'm fishing like the swim jig in around 1 foot to 1.5 feet of water of just a bunch of grass and stuff, and then the drop shot in about 20 feet of water. I haven't really gotten much. I mean, it's been like, I've been out here for about 6 hours, and 5 fish is not really good for 6 hours here. Yeah, the bite's been tough. I'm gonna see if they're gonna maybe hit the drop shot around the boat docks. Maybe I'll throw the S-waver around. All right, I'll catch you guys when I get there. Got a small one on the drop shot, guys. Finally, 6 fish of the day. Just at the boat docks, ending the day. There's the 6 fish. Not even the keeper. Drop shot. It's a tiny little robo worm that I cut down. See if I can get another. That's 6 fish for the day. Just gonna give you guys a better look of the fish finder I was using today. I just bought this a week ago. It's the Garmin Striker 4 fish finder. As you guys can see, it's 24 feet of water right now. It's kind of bouncing back and forth. Gives you the water temperature, 71 degrees, the miles per hour of how fast you're going, and how many voltage is left in your battery, and it also gives you the time. It was about $100 and it was a great deal so far. This is the first time using it. I'm gonna show you guys some of the other options. There's traditional, what I was just on. Then there's the flasher option. If you guys are ever ice fishing or like anchored up or something, that's a great option for $100. Also, there's split frequency, which gives you guys a 77 kilohertz reading and 200 kilohertz reading, which I think is a great factor in it. Also, there's a waypoint map where you can mark spots, and it gives you a GPS in it. Well, no, not really any fish finders for $100 have that added into it. I think that's a great feature. Also, there's the you can do it split, a waypoint and traditional, so you can get to your spots and still mark fish. There's the user data, settings. That's about it for it. It was $100 on Amazon Prime. Usually it's $120, but it was $20 off. I definitely recommend this. You can connect it to any battery. Usually it recommends a 12-volt battery. It'll last for 8 to 9 hours. I just had it hooked up to my car battery. That was hooked up with the trolling motor too, and it still lasted the whole day. Just gonna go back to traditional. That's about it. You guys can see it's marking all those fish down there, 8-9 foot of water. All right. That's gonna do it for today, guys. Caught 6 fish total, 3 drop shotting, 3 on a swim jig. Caught the drop shot fish about 20 feet of water. Caught the swim jig fish really shallow. It was a slow day today. Been out here for about 8 hours. Set up my Garmin fish finder. Wanted to use that. Fished the drop shot in about 20 feet of water, and I caught the swim jig fish in about maybe 1 to 4 feet of water. Biggest fish was about 3.5 pounds on that swim jig. Just hammered it in maybe 7 feet of water, but my swim jig was on top. Almost ripped the rod out of my hand. That was the biggest fish. It was on the 1/4 ounce KVD swim jig with a beaver on the back of it. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and also comment down below what you guys want to see next. Give me any suggestions, and tune in next time to Bay Area Angling.